Hey, it's time for another story time. Let's talk about the first time I got caught smoking cigarettes. Yeah, cigarettes. I never, ever want to see another cigarette in my life. I was about 10 years old, 10 or 11, and my grandmother, she smoked cigarettes. So we're outside playing. And before we went outside to play, I took a couple of my grandmother's cigarettes and I stuck them in my pants pocket. And I'm going to show my sister when we get outside. But before my sister could see them, my grandma saw them. She saw me with the cigarettes fell out my pocket or whatever. And they fell out my pocket, and guess what? She said, "Oh, you smoking cigarettes now, huh?" I say, "No, ma'am." She said, "Well, where did these cigarettes come from?" I said, "I don't know, ma'am." She said, "Oh, yeah, you playing with me." She said, "Them came out your pocket. I saw them fall out your pocket." So I'm standing there looking like a deer caught in headlights. No, them ain't mine. And she said, "Oh, yeah, you stealing cigarettes. I tell you what, you want to smoke cigarettes? Come here. Come here." I'm like, "Oh, Lord, she finna tear me up." My grandmama is known for whooping you with the house shoe wherever you stand. She gonna get you. I'm thinking I'm finna get towed up with the house shoe. She said, "Oh, no, have a seat. Sit down. We on the porch in the front yard." She said, "Oh, you want to smoke cigarettes?" I said, "No, ma'am." So she took the cigarette. She lit it. And I was so fascinated. I don't know why I was fascinated with cigarettes. It was just the thought of her having them, I guess, because it was my grandma. Everything grandma did. "Oh, I want some, grandma. I want some, grandma. So she got them cigarettes and she lit it. Salem 100s. Lit that cigarette. She said, "Here, you can have it." She said, "Now puff it." Nah. "I'm going to get a whooping?" "No, this your cigarette. Why would you get a whooping?" "Okay." Choked myself to death. She said, "Now, you done learned your lesson, huh?" She said, "Don't play in cigarettes, especially not my cigarettes. Now get your ass in the house." I was on punishment. And I think she came in there and popped me a couple of times with them house shoes because I was crying. I had a habit of always crying for my daddy. This is my mom's mom. And I had a habit of always crying for my daddy. And she used to always say, "You can call your daddy if you want to. I'll whoop his too." She wouldn't really whoop his ass. She probably would though, back in the day. But I was the daddy's girl, so my daddy was going to save me from even my grandmama. Nah. Grandma, if you hear this now, if you happen to see this, I love you, Grandma. But that was my bout with cigarettes at 11. And I think I tried to smoke them again at 16, 17. I just couldn't get into the jits of what people was doing with the cigarettes. Just didn't work for me. So if you're out there and you smoke cigarettes, what made you smoke a cigarette? What keeps you smoking today? Because my cousin out there, she been smoking for umpteen years. I don't know how many she said, but I know she said a few. It's pretty up there. I just couldn't get into it. Now my grandmama, she smoked cigarettes and she drank beer. Miller's Light. Now we ain't had no problem with the Miller's Light. If you wanted some grandma beer, all you say, "Grandma, can I have some?" She might sneak you one or two swigs. But I ain't never really been a drinker though. So none of that. I just had to share that last little tidbit that came across my mind. I will never ever, and I mean never ever, smoke another cigarette in my day. Now every once in a while, I get a craving or I get a scent of lighting of the cigarette. Like my ex-husband, he used to smoke Newports 100s. And then when he came to live with me after we got married, I got him some generics, but every time you light them cigarettes, it's just a smell to be like, oh, that's just so relaxing. But it only lasts for a second. So I ain't for no temporary, momentarily fixes. Don't preach, because they ain't come to hear you preach, girl. But yeah, that lighting that cigarette and just smelling that first, when you light it, yeah, that's only temporary. But anyway, I'm not going to hold you because my battery is getting low. But I had to come and share this story time. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I love you. Until next time, take care.